This week I'm proud to offer 3 great ultra-low mileage 2-stroke motorcycles that I've accumulated over the past few months, and in a few cases had to sort out a little bit. In other cases they already were sorted out after a period of long slumber. The 1999 KE100 represents the single-cylinder 2-stroke. This bike was bought new by a husband for his wife in 1999 for them to both go trail riding on. She took one ride on it, decided she would never get on that infernal machine again. They then sold it to a friend of mine who used it for running around a facility that he was the director of until just a few years ago, after which time it went into his garage until he sold it to me. That's why the bike has but just 200 and I believe 36 miles on the odometer. And it is, apart from just a few superficial issues, it is absolutely as brand new. Neat little bike. I put Pro Grips on it and cleaned it up just a little bit after a period of storage. The 77 RD400 is a neat bike. It was bought new in Western Virginia, and its original owner rode it for a few years and then parked it. He gave it to his son shortly thereafter. His son thought it would be a lot more fun to take the RD400, put some chambers on it, not rejet the carburetor, and go out and see how far he could get before he hauled a piston, which is exactly what he did. The bike then went back into storage until a former Suzuki dealer friend of mine picked it up and went through, put a Wiseco kit in the engine, put the original pipes back on, as you can see. Cosmetically, the bike is about 98% original. It has a set of Spitfire tires and a new battery on it, but other than that, it truly is a 7,570-mile original bike. Look at the gauges. They're absolutely beautiful. It's doubtful that this bike may have spent maybe a few nights outside, but not very many. Finally, the 1973 Suzuki GT750 LeMans, the Water Buffalo, or Kettle. This bike was in the estate of its original owner, who bought it in 1973. With what I have to go on, that is a early 1980 Virginia inspection sticker on the bike, and after that I doubt that he rode it much more. He did manage to keep the tag up until 1984, but there really wasn't a whole lot wrong with the Buffalo other than it fell into disuse. I bought it from a friend of the family who had gotten it out of the estate, and he had started to do a little bit on it. He had gotten it running again, but he really hadn't done much else. We did a lot to this bike. We put tires on it. We went through the carburation. We completely removed and relined the gas tank. Just a lot of little fiddling. I rebuilt the front brakes. And about a month ago, I took it to the Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Show, just west of Richmond. I was a judge of that show this year, so I did not get to judge my own bike. But I imagine even if it hadn't won a prize, a very hotly contested competition this year, it still wins my prize for the bike I'd most like to ride home, which I did. And the neat thing about that is that I put the first mileage on the bike after probably over 30 years in storage. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like the title of the movie in the 1950s. 1-cylinder, 2-cylinder, 3-cylinder, all 2 strokes, all selling this week.